Hi and welcome back, guys. This is the rule number 2 of 7 rules for excellent speaking. The rule number 1 was always study phrases, not individual words. But what is rule number 2? Well, rule number 2 is don't study grammar rules. Okay? Don't study grammar rules. I know this maybe surprise you because your English teachers have always told you you must study grammar rules. In high school, in secondary school, or in language schools, the English teacher teaches grammar, and more grammar. And that is the method that you have used to study English. So now I have a question for you. Have you been successful using that method? Have you been successful using that method? If you're watching this video, then you have studied English before. That means you have probably studied a lot of English grammar rules. So now you need to ask yourself this question. Can you speak English quickly, easily, automatically? If the answer is no, then you need to ask yourself why not? Why not? Because you have been studying English for many years, why can't you speak English quickly, easily, and automatically? Well, the answer for most people is because they have studied too much grammar. But you are not to blame for this. We are not to blame for this. Our English teachers are not to blame for this. Just the system, the educational system is to blame for this. Because the educational system made you study grammar. I bet you hated studying grammar rules like me. I hate studying grammar rules. This is very boring. But you did it because your English teachers, your system, the system made you study them. But there is a question. Why is it bad studying grammar rules? Why is it bad to study grammar rules? Okay? When you study grammar rules, then you think about these grammar rules. You think about subject, verb, remain, past perfect tense, present perfect tense, prepositions, verbs, adverbs. You think about all these grammar rules before you speak. And when you speak, you do not have a lot of time. When you're writing, you have more time. You can write slowly, you can correct your mistakes. But when you're speaking, you do not have a lot of time. When you're speaking, there is no time to think about the verb tenses, definite articles, indefinite articles, adverbs. There's no time to think about those grammar rules when you're speaking. When someone asks you a question, they want you to answer that question immediately. They don't want to wait 1 minute while you're thinking about these grammar rules. That is why it is important that you should not study grammar rules. When you study grammar rules, then you think about those grammar rules before you speak, and that means you hesitate before you speak and you speak much slower, and you know that. But how native speakers learn grammar rules? How native speakers learn grammar rules? That's a good question. You know that native speakers never study grammar rules. When they are a young boy, they learn how to speak through their ears, through listening. They listen to correct grammar again and again and again. They study grammar rules only for writing, actually for academic writing in school. So the best way to learn grammar is through your inputs, like reading and listening. Listening to correct grammar over and over and over is the best way. Also, reading can be very good, but when you want to learn grammar, you should not read textbooks. You should read easy English novel, maybe a novel that young child would read. But most of your inputs come from listening. You should listen to correct grammar over and over and over again. And this is how you will learn grammar. This is how a child or a native speaker learns grammar. Okay, this was the rule number 2. But in rule number 5, I am going to tell you a powerful way to learn grammar, English grammar, or the grammar of other languages. And this is a very simple and powerful way to learn grammar. So the rule today was do not study grammar rules. When you study grammar rules, you think about the grammar rules before you speak, and then you hesitate before you speak, and you speak much slower. Okay guys, this is the rule number 1. If you haven't seen it, you can do it now. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you tomorrow with the next rule, actually rule number 3. and have a nice time. Goodbye.